My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. This run is a minion-based run. Largely, we are minion and age-based actually as well. Age of Fire, we have for every 2 age, apply burn stacks to all enemies equal to half the amount of age stacks on this monster, and also whenever a minion dies, we generate Wild Ether and apply X burn to the enemy with the lowest amount of burn, where X is the amount of age on this monster. We've even got synchronous aging. When we get 5 ether of the same element, we apply age to everyone. Can only trigger once per element per battle. And then Zoe's here to take the damage, and Hecatonchirus is here to turn. Honestly, just to have more. Random NPC, please. Ooh, Amit. Tank summon regeneration also seems like a... But no, my party at the moment is good. I don't really need to change them out. Man, hello. Let's go for Zoe again, because I'm really looking for like minion related stuff. Okay, that's not that at all. Let's give you a straight up 15% evasion chance, Zoe, because you have already died once. I mean, it doesn't matter who's died once. The protection is taken away from everyone, but still. I'm gonna generate a lot of resources on this first time. I really need to get some solid ether generation added to this run. Stagger that enemy as well as trigger their burn. Unfortunately, triggering burn no longer really does anything for me. There we go. There's the age for everyone. I don't really defend myself well by just playing a Salamander. Oh, right, of course. Thank heck we get all of these redirect charges for free. Another 2 redirect charges at the start of this turn. Incredible. Alright, let's get the Salamander out now that we can. And just straight up delete Walpatinger on the top line. Might as well use a fire totem. Final minion out to play. think with 100-handed, yeah, and then their actions will be fine. Great. The thing we're most vulnerable to is certainly, like, just the enemy deciding that a certain unit on our board should be dead and immediately doing so. Oh, yes, please. Decay is also really good here, actually. Gain decay, sorry, gain aging, rather. For every 5 age, trigger an attack against all enemies for 2 water earth hits. Damage of each is the amount of age stacks on this monster. I really like that, but I want more minions more than that, I think. Summon Mastery, Aura, minion damage +1. Also, secondary different line. This monster can have an additional minion attached to it. Yes, please. Cleansing Flame. Heal all allies with age for 4. All of my allies do have age. And cleanse 4 debuffs from them. Honestly? 4 debuff cleanse for 2 red? It's pretty good. Summon Kami. Kami does more damage if I have more ether, which is certainly nice, but I'll take the Cleansing Flame insane redirects there. 4x2, Wind Earth Strike, not necessary. I'll take a Flash Guard just in case I suddenly desperately need redirects. Like Memento's a good hit there. I don't want to stagger the Gargoyle on the bottom line when it's doing, like, absolutely nothing. It's a very easily staggerable unit on a later turn. I mean, I could Crystal Charge right now. I'm gonna... I think maybe I actually do, yeah. Yeah, the redirect matters. Got a lot of enemies doing some pretty nasty stuff right now. I'd love them not to. I don't think Summon Mastery should have been my first one. It should have been Quickened Summoning. Manic Skull and Scald. Help manage the top line. Look, I'm not thrilled about that turn at all. Stone Fist into Hailstorm, that's a... What? It's a lot more than I wanted to take. Cleansing Fire happily removes all of the weakness that we had still left over. Oh, you are kidding me with this, right? Wants to do the same big attack again this turn.
I mean, at least the hailstorm didn't do that much damage, but still. Why?
Stop. Stop having it be damage. At least that burn means you will be on the ground if you try and take another action. Good enough redirect, I just need a shield now. Oh, never mind, you don't even get that far, the 100-handed. Does the Poise Break Chorus. Oh, Stone Fist just completely Stone Missed. Thank you. Thank you.
Get him, Stone Salamander. Annoyingly, this enemy's been gearing up this whole time. Lightning Shield, thankfully, didn't end up doing too much to us.
Oh boy, but that's a lot of corruption from a just single battle here.
Glad it's done, though. More ether, more ether, more ether.
God, if any of my perks that I got earlier were just +1 ether. Chromatic Scroll artifact, useful. Hello, friend. I will take all of your teeth. Incomplete Rebirth. Honestly, I don't think I'm... I think Incomplete Rebirth is something you use if you're in extremely dire straits, and I'm fine. Wait, did I already use your event? No. Okay, yeah, I had. Good. Well, there's Doma Boy. I know, by the way, that if I really wanted Doma Boy here, I would be able to just send a... capture with a blank memento, and then it would be available in the next area. I'm okay not having it. We're okay. Happily generate a fire token. Hey, 2 fire ether by the end of that turn? Neat. Oh, that lava soup on our top lane. Oh. hitting Cleansing Flame so that I can remove all of our debuffs, and then Scald will finish that happily. I'm gonna use a Monster Blast for the heal on the top line, just try and be a little more comfy that way. I do need more Ether, because, like, we're on the verge of getting 5 Ether for 3 of our different elements. There we go. And that comes with additional age. Coming with additional age means it comes with additional triggers, or additional shielding, additional redirect, and, of course, increases the potency of all the stuff that we do. Which, that's a fun part of it, too. Okay, yeah, it could have been way worse. Hell, we didn't even get much corruption out of that. Let's charge for the top line to get most of the stagger done. Sadly, just not enough. That's okay. You'll tree your burn. Oh, never mind. You don't even need to. Never mind, you do. Still had to wait for its turn to trigger its burn. I keep forgetting about the 100-handeds and the damage that's going to help us put out on the field. Hecatonchirus. If this monster has 3 or fewer age stacks, apply age to it. Otherwise, generate wild ether as a free action. Oh, Eon Shield. It's 100% Eon Shield. I can't even believe I considered anything else. Shield all allies for 2x5. Apply age to all allies with 3 or more age stacks. Thank you. Yes, please. Orb. Ether +1. Health is reduced by 6. This is terrifyingly sad. It's like 11 damage, 11 health swing rather than I'm putting on Lotta here. But I need that ether. Speaking of needing that ether, we'll go to an ether spring that is going to give us 1 ether a turn. Ideally, I'm looking for probably fire, to be honest. The purifying boon is water, right? I really wish it would tell me what this boon that I have is elementally. Shifted Mephisto down there. It definitely needs to be focusing on a Mephisto to take out first. Can't let them get a bunch of debuffs on us and then just watch us die. We can get a good most of the stagger done with a simple crystal charge. I nab some additional energy. Whoa, that alchemical blast. Bad news for us. Crystal Charge gets us there. Unfortunately, Eon Shield would only affect one monster at the moment. Summon a Fire Totem on Tonkerus, giving us the ability to Cleansing Flame for the debuff removal. I mean, it certainly feels like Eon Shield should be part of this turn. I really don't want to let that lava wave come out either. We go Hourglass of Undoing, 5 corruption removal as well as 5 healing on all allies. I'm going to sack Hecatoncheirus' Fire Totem just for the healing and shielding to all allies, because an AoE is about to come in. There's the 100-handed. Yeah, that burn wave's not great, but could definitely be worse. That's unfortunately a lot of debuffs on us right now, which means that the Mephistos are going to attack for approximately 1 billion damage. I've got an Aethermancer whip if I need to take away the fire. And I suspect I will need to. I'm going to use a Chromatic Scroll and Crystal Charge to break another enemy down. Perfect. 100-handed triggers with the Hecatoncheirus 100 hands. 100-handed rather. The second burn triggers from that. Getting the target down at the right time. Good. Double up on Crystal Charge for truly a ridiculous amount of damage there. I'll let 100-handeds get us to the end of the turn and then just finish you off next turn with no threat whatsoever. Gotta let the Salamander attack now. There's so much damage. Clone summoning. Whenever a minion is summoned on another ally, summon a copy of it attached to this monster. Both of them have half the essence rounded up. Yes, please. Zoe. Gain aging for each 5 age. I mean, you do have the most age. You doing water earth hits for AoE damage for 2 boys, water earth each, that's really good. Immediately attacked again. Yeah, at least it means the rest of the area will be pretty easy to clear. Let's get our first totem out on the field. Especially because it gets cloned. Oh, the sidekick, no! I like the idea of sacrificing the clone version. No, I don't think I should do that, though. Oh no, but I don't get to dupe the additional version of it if... Damn. Okay. Right, I can't summon before I summon. As it turns out, that's actually the same action. Crystal Charge for even more age ramping. Ooh, all the way up to 5. Hell yeah. So we even get to decay at the end of that turn. That's a lot of corruption. Woo. Thankfully, I heal and shield ridiculously at the start of that turn. May as well stagger both of those bad boys. Hell, I'll even stagger this guy. Is our best AoE really Eon shielding?
guess.
Okay, I only have one essence left on my monster. I do need to test this. If I summon a Salamander and that uses this fire action, does that... No, it doesn't allow me to also dupe a Salamander at the same turn. Let's get... Age... 100-handed and Salamander taking out the enemies there. Yeah, so it's Decay and 100-handed that are our AoE. Realistically, we just don't have especially proactive AoE. Good corruption loss at the end of the turn as well. Oh, this is probably better actually. Support action, cleanse 2 debuffs and apply 1 temporary power to target ally. Burn hit. On hit, 10% chance to apply burn. Especially because of 100-handed, the fact that it hits all enemies and it does it multiple times, that seems good. Soulgate opens to give me 2 skill rerolls. Huge, huge hit. Oh my god. Double Dark Eldar on their build right now? Oh, jealous. That seems like a pretty good build. Stagger and remove Mephisto first, I suspect. I don't think I need to do anything else this turn. God, I wish I was spending so much less time doing the generation, the energy generating though. Way too much corruption to feel comfortable with consistently here. Gotta throw out another Crystal Age immediately. Gonna summon another fire totem. Oh, good lord, that mud tide damage. Much higher than I was expecting to take. Perfect. Yeah, Crystal Charge to stagger one of you, and then the other Crystal Charge to stagger the other of you. Seems pretty ideal. Cleansing Flame helps rid us of all our debuffs. I can use a basic attack because that bottom line will take 6 damage to its burn as it tries to act, and I even forgot about my 100-handed, which is way more clearance. So we're definitely okay. It is finally time to Eon Shield. Triggers additional decay. Perfect. I just need to get to that stage of the fight much faster. Tonkerous. Golden Age. For every 4 age on an ally, cleanse 4 debuffs and apply age to them. Yes, please. I don't need a chain with no buffs. You know what? I'm gonna go get a buff from this. I'm really hopeful that there's... Oh, wow. Aging. Allies gain aging and +1 damage for every 3 stacks of age on them. The start of combat generate 2 wild ether is also really good. Start of combat apply 3 burn to all enemies. Less good. Give me the ether boon. Probably much more relevant to us. I was really hoping there would be a boon there that's like, oh, cleanse 20 corruption. Not 20. Like, cleanse 4 corruption at the end of the next 3 battles or something like that. You know? Happily go with a reroll. Probably gonna fight the boss first. Because no replaces, no replacements, no replacements, yeah. Maybe the trigger burn on the enemy when they're attacked for the second time in a turn is probably not essential, but not so bad. I can't generate green energy with anyone else. Can I steal green energy from this? No, I can't. Okay. So I get to do the crystal charge, which is nice, but... Some of the Nerf lots, and then I get to get another one. I'm not going to use the Monster Flask, or if I'm not going to use anything else this turn, I'll use the Monster Flask. And then focus on generating resources for the next 2 actions. Uh-oh. So what appeared to have happened there with Zoe is debuff Talisman. When a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance it can apply another stack of the same buff. So, you got Age, taking you to 3. 20% additional chance triggered, taking you to 4. Golden Age triggered, seeing that you were on 4, took you to 5. Debuff Mitigation triggered again. Sorry, the Talisman triggered again, getting you to 6. How did you get to 7, though? Remarkable. Well, you definitely now can stagger this enemy with just a single hit. And Eon Shield is now one of the most powerful actions I can take at any time. Oh, you're up to 10 age now. Oh boy, explosion for 0 damage. Rude. Not being able to do burn damage is probably one of the worst. Definitely still need to use Eon Shield. There's no way I'm avoiding that. Let's throw a basic attack at you. I can't really prevent any of your stuff, so a Glass of Undoing for some corruption removal. Oh dear, that's five wild. Yeah, he's about to do something pretty wild. Aethermancer Whip to steal that away from you for another turn. It's huge. That was supposed to... Okay, it did prevent it. Strange. I really want to use Eon Shield again. Let's summon a Salamander first. And get a second one. Then Eon Shield. All of the attacks are certainly... I've got 8 redirects. I think all of the attacks are going to come against Zoe here. Oh, the Ancient Blast, incapable of doing anything. So much better at boss fights than we are at every other fight. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Eon Shield because I can. That'll decay the enemy? Sure, why not? Summon a Salamander is the way to finish off the fight. Hell yeah, that Salamander did 60 damage twice. That Salamander's single attack was 120 damage. Good work, Salamander. Lotta. Ooh, okay. Stardust. If this monster has 3 or fewer Age stacks, apply Age to it. Otherwise, generate a Wild Ether. Dissolve. Target generates 5 random Ether. Sacrifice the minion attached to target ally with the lowest essence as a free action. Yes, please. I've desperately been asking for this for a while. I'm not going to use a straight-up sacrifice in a world where I have the ability to dissolve instead. Is that necessarily true? I will say Cleansing Flame. This is way worse because I get debuff cleanse now already. I'm gonna remove Cleansing Flame. Wow, moisturize. If this monster has 3 or fewer Age stacks, apply Age to self. Then shield for 1 for each Age stack. I want to take that so bad, but I can't because Eon Shield is here as well. Apply Age to all allies with 3 or more Age stacks. Yes, please. You don't need... frankly, you don't need Flash Guard. You have so much redirect at all times. It might actually be dangerous. Well, now I have to figure out what to do with my roll. Look, there's got to be something that's not really performing. There's probably the burn triggers when you hit the enemy for the 2nd time in the turn. Which, like, it's fine. It's fine. It gets a lot of damage, actually, when Lotta levels up, gets old. Because then, for every 2 Age, apply burn stacks to all enemies equal to half the amount of Age stacks on this monster. Eventually, they have a lot of burn, and then that double hit is a good burn trigger. Synchronous aging, I think, is responsible for a lot of our ridiculous speed of aging. I don't want to change any of those. I think we might be in a position where I get 2 experience for a random monster. I say, getting 2 experience immediately for a random monster. Perfect. Tonkaros is about to give us another move. Scepter. End of your turn. 1 temporary power, heal self for 3. And common chain. And banner. With an earth generator and initial weakness. Not bad. Blank memento. Probably not relevant, but if it is, I really want it. Rod of command, super important. Bonus XP. I'll take probably the first 3 of this. And I'll take a Hexing Harp to burn enemy ether. And then we'll be ready for the final section in the next episode, where I suspect we are going to absolutely run the board. But until then, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist showing my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of both the thank to, and a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.